you have some uh, opportunities coming up. What is it that the parents will learn or the parents will get for themselves?
I think that uh, adolescence is this time when there's so much brain development happening and so much individuation. I am separate from you, and you don't get to tell me what to do. There's this pulling away, and so I think that for a lot of parents, they may not have um, a real understanding of this new dating landscape, and so I think that's where we start with parents is to really help them to understand this new landscape and this shared language. So the same shared language that we're giving all of the adult people at the school, we want to make sure that our parents have, 75% of seventh graders are saying, oh yeah, we're dating. It looks very different for this generation than in past generations, but it's in some ways more dangerous. And then with 75% of seventh graders saying they're dating, and then we know 1 in 2 young people experience physical, emotional, digital, or sexual violence before they get into college.
Wow.
And then, the data that you used before is that we know if they experience that type of violence and during adolescence, their chances of experiencing it into adulthood is exponentially higher.
Yeah.
So we want to start there with parents. We want to help them to understand how often this is happening. We want them to understand those 4 forms of violence. We want them to have the tools of hard to identify escalation and explosion, and give them the language and the ability to practice having these conversations consistently and often. So that they have everything that they need to guide that young person into helping them make healthy choices. I think what I would mostly just say, it's an invitation to be curious about this topic. I know that it's a hard topic to talk about, and I know that it's something that is a bit startling when you hear some of that data. But this is where we this is where we intervene. This is where we prevent. If we're really prevent, we have to step into understanding this topic. We have to educate ourselves, and then we have to get connected with all of the community resources that can really help families thrive, whether it's providing a foundation for healthy or intervening when something gets unhealthy and potentially dangerous.